Okay children, so now let us discuss class 10th. One important experimentation we forget in the light and photosynthesis. Let us find or understand this experiment. This experiment generally called as light screen experiment. Light screen experiment, and also called very important. As you know that in CC pattern, the question pattern will be changed, the words will be changed. Either it may ask what is mean by light screen experiment, or they may ask what do you mean by black paper experiment. So either light screen experiment or black paper experiment, both are very same, isn't it? So now I will ask one question to you. It is my hand. If I put a paper on my hand and or any opaque bodies on my hand, and I try to focus a light on my hand, which region of my hand or palm get the light? Simple. Which is not covered by the paper or any opaque body. The opaque body do not allow the light, and this portion of my palm do not receive the light. What happens, children? Very easy. When all factors are received by this portion and this is not receiving a factor, for example, it receives all the factors, carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, everything, but it is not receiving what, children? Light. But it is receiving everything. Hence we can understand that this portion of what? Leaf. You have to understand my palm as leaf. This portion of what I would say leaf receiving light. This portion is not receiving because we are what I would say placing one opaque cardboard or any opaque body on the leaf. Means not allowing the light to strike on the leaf. Hence what happened? It perform photosynthesis. This portion do not perform photosynthesis. When you go for iodine or starch test, this portion become blue-black. The portion which is not exposed to light do not perform photosynthesis, hence this will remain same. This is a very simple logic you can understand. By using a black paper cardboard, a black paper, we have to take one potted plant, and before that we have to write aim. What is the aim of this experiment, children? The aim of the experiment is light is essential for photosynthesis. Light is essential for photosynthesis. What are the operators required, children? Operators. The operators required a potted plant and iodine, black paper, etc. What is the procedure, children? The procedure, observation, and what we can say, precautions, inference or conclusion. All these things in order we have to write. And earlier I said, when you are writing a experiment question, you have to draw the diagram first, then you have to write everything. Now let us take a potted plant that should be de-starch. Very important. What we have to do? De-starch it. De-starch means, how can we de-starch it? For example, you can do starvation. In Ekadashi, in some other times, only times you do the what you would say starvation. What happens? Your glucose levels in your body decrease. Next day you prepare everything well and you eat in a home. In the same manner, when a plant is placed in a dark, in a dark for 24 hours, the glucose levels in a plant decreases. By that we can finalize the leaf do not have any glucose in it. This is called discharging of a plant. It is a very important before we have to conducting, very important process before conducting the experiment. We have to know that the leaf are free from starch. Now what we have to do, children? Very simple. We have to take either light screens. Light screens means like this structure, children. These are the cup-like hooks will be like this. This will be, and it might be cut in a star shape. So what happens? It will be clip-like structures. This clip should be kept on the leaves. Or you can take, these are called what, children? Light screens. light screens. Or second one, you take a black paper or any cardboard. Black paper or any cardboard. So let us take a cardboard with a design. For example, you take a cardboard and cut the cardboard into S shape, or you can cut the cardboard in a star shape. Which shape? Star shape. So now either this or this, anyone you take. For example, you take a S shape one. So I have placed one card, another card, and I have cut this into S shape. The other portion is what, children? Entirely cardboard, means opaque. It will not allow the light through it. Just this S portion on the leaf is allowing the light, and this portion. The light is striking here, the light is striking here, and the light is striking in the cut portion. That is, we cut this portion S shape. Here the light strikes. The other portion of the cardboard do not receive the light. So keep this set in a sunlight for 6 to 8 hours. Then what we have to do? We have to do the starch test. Which test, children? Starch test. So plug the leaf from the plant. Take a leaf, and now you go for which test? Starch test. So earlier we discussed about starch test. In the starch test, we have to boil the leaf in an alcohol to dechlorophyll it. Then we have to add iodine. What, children? Iodine. Now you have to tell me which portion of the leaf change into blue black. So now we have to understand that which portion of the leaf is exposed to the light. We discussed that this portion is exposed, this portion is S-shaped also. Means this portion which is exposed, this is the portion is changing to blue black because it is a whole cut portion, isn't it? Then we have placed this entire portion changing to blue black. Then this portion is a cardboard we kept. This portion remains same, and this portion entirely changed into blue black. So why this portion is not changing to blue black, children? Because simply light do not reach there, light do not strikes there. By the simple experiment, so you have to write here. So changed into blue black here also, but it remains same or unchanged because here light do not reach. So in the observation, precautions you have to discharge it is very, very important, and black paper should be perfectly applied, perfectly clipped, and inference you can write where the light is struck, photosynthesis took place. Where is light not struck, where we have kept what I say dark or black paper, here this portion remains same. This portion changed into blue black, this portion because it is a whole S-shaped cut we did, this also changed into blue black, this also changed into blue black. So like this, we can say the light is important for photosynthesis. Thank you, children. Thank you very much.